Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement.
Welcome back.
Gotcha.
You got me. Yeah. Welcome back to Intermission. I'm your host, Jarvis Ziggy Newsome. You can find me on Instagram at Jarvis the Lionhearted. I don't know why I'm hanging to the side. And you can see me on Facebook at Jarvis J Newsome, but I may not accept your friend request. So maybe I need to do a public page for that.
But I don't know.
Maybe so.
You just need to start making friends with people.
I got enough of those.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, fair enough.
also, my co-host joining me tonight with the Death Star,
What's up?
Howard Jerome.
What's up? Yo, I'm still trying to get used to this
Looking at that one,
I
not
can't
looking.
help it, man. I just want to look at this one because this one's on in real time and this one's not. Anyways,
Well,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's
Welcome,
focused on
guys.
you because he's got Figgis has to fix my camera.
Fucking figures. Oh man, what's up, Juniors?
What's up, Juniors?
Me and him were talking earlier today. Actually, had a conversation about
Yo,
guns.
he had a really good theory about the end of Black Panther.
Yeah.
That was a really good one. I like that one. I was like, yo, props to you on Juniors.
So oddly enough, though, because we're talking about the whole Doctor Strange thing, I guess we can jump into that.
Yeah.
There is a fan theory that elaborates on that with the Soul Stone being embedded into the vibranium comet, which explains why there's the afterlife with Wakandans, because the Soul Stone can create pocket universes. So when I said that I rewrote the script today for Black Panther, it incorporated that into it.
Well,
and
we do know that Infinity Wars, part of it does take place in Wakanda.
Yeah, and the easiest thing to say is that it's just still a vibranium, but it would be interesting to see that the Soul Stone finally shows up there.
Well, we're missing only two stones, ain't it?
No, we've got Ether, we've got the Power Stone, we've got Mind Stone, we've got Time. We don't have the Soul Stone. That's the only one that's missing.
It's 6.
No, it's 5. Dude, you only got 5 hands.
It's one in the middle. It's each finger and one in the middle.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's 6 Infinity Stones.
So then...
Mind, soul, power, time, space, and reality.
Yeah, we got the Reality Stone. That was the one that was in Loki's Scepter.
But that's 6.
Yeah. So there's Loki's Scepter.
Loki was mine.
And then the Tesseract is space. He had that one too. That was,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there is the Soul Stone, which is the one that's missing. Then there's the Ether, which is the Reality Stone. Then there's the Time Stone, which is the Aya Agamotto. And then the Power Stone is that purple one that was on Guardians of the Galaxy. The only one that's missing is the Soul Stone.
So what was reality?
Ether, the red one from Dark Elves.
So what power was Tesseract?
No, that's space.
So what was power?
Power is the purple one that's from
Purple
Guardians of the
one,
Galaxy. Yeah.
So yeah.
How the fuck did we just get on that?
Yeah. Because Black Panther.
Yeah, Black Panther, yeah. So
Sup, Nye?
who else is on here?
Hola. But yeah, so it's 6 stones, so Soul Stone's the only one missing. Because a lot of people thought it was with Heimdall.
So I'm still not totally sold that it's not.
Me either.
It would play interesting because we've got their afterlife. You've got all this weird stuff that's coming from with all the fauna and everything
Right.
from vibranium and all that good stuff and the powers it can bestow. So
And we know that
interesting.
Infinity's gonna have everybody in it, so we don't know who's gonna actually have it. But I think it is in Wakanda because we see the armies of Thanos,
Yeah.
and you see M'Baku with the Winter Soldier and Cap and Black Panther, and I'm like, shit, man, that's gonna be.
So did you see that tweet this week with they asked Wesley Snipes who he wanted to see play Blade? They were talking about making a reboot.
Well, I
And he
think
said himself.
he said that a
Fuck
few
yeah.
times. Every time
Bro.
they asked him that, he said to himself.
That would be dope if they put him in there. He can still play it, dude. I didn't realize he was 55, but he looks way younger than that.
Yeah, he can still play it, but Marvel probably just said like, look, man, we starting over.
There's nobody else they should put in there. Is Blade.
You know, Marvel find people that we ain't never seen before.
Doesn't mean they should still do it. I want Blade and I want Wesley Snipes. But yeah, man. So I finally
I take Michael J. White as Blade. I think that'd be dope.
Michael J. White.
Yeah, Spawn.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah.
Because he can still do all that stuff.
Yeah, true. Interesting. I've never thought about him in that role actually.
Yeah.
But so how do you want to do this, man? We can get into this review,
All right.
or we can talk
Well,
about
no,
this drama with Monique.
Tell me about Monique, because I know she responded to Donkey of the Day, and I didn't get to watch the whole video because I think I checked one link and it was like an hour long, and I was like, I don't have that kind of time today.
All right, I'll catch you up, dude. I'm active. All right, so first off, I took a stance against even talking about this, but I'm actively waiting for the Brilliant Idiots podcast to come out this week because it was on Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, she goes on Breakfast Club
Right.
to discuss with Charlamagne why he gave her Donkey of the Day. So the video that I saw was coming from her phone. Like
Yeah.
she filmed it herself, right? And so she's calling him Leonard and all this stuff, like his first name and all this stuff, and was saying that basically that the person that he is now isn't who he was 10 years ago when they first met, because he's downplaying this all this discrimination that's happening and with Netflix and Hollywood, and is devaluing black women. So she says, why do you give me, Donkey of the Day? And so he explains it, and he was like, yo, first it's because you said it was a black thing, but Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and you said it's a female thing, Amy Schumer, and then you said you should have just honed in on one and all this, right?
Right.
So they go through the
motions,
standard rigmarole and all that. But the thing that kept sticking out to me was this, and this is the thing that pisses me off about the whole situation. First and foremost, her and her husband's relationship is weird as shit. She calls him daddy throughout the whole thing. They're talking about an interview, talking about business and stuff, and like she's like, yeah, daddy this, daddy did it. And I thought that was weird as shit. But
I think, honestly, I think he's the puppet master.
so I had to do some digging into him, all right? Because the one thing they always point out is that Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle have representation in a specific way. Amy Schumer's people went back and negotiated her contract.
Right.
He's handling all her money and all that.
Exactly.
He's a failed actor, from what I saw. So my first initial comment, because this turned into a big ass.
I don't know why.
argument.
It was one little image that just showed he looked like Kareem for a second.
He looked at him right there. Yeah, with
with the little hat and the goatee.
But
Sorry, Boom Bap.
Yeah.
That's on us.
But so they're going through this stuff, right? And she's asking these questions, and like they deflect a lot, but they're not even on the same page.
Yeah.
And then so Charlamagne, just to get past all this shit, because they kept trying to say that he's devaluing women and all this stuff, and like I've talked to some women, talked to men, a couple of different people who get their opinions on this stuff, and my biggest thing that I'll keep coming back to is that when Charlamagne asked them, when they put this number in front of y'all, did you ever give them a counter offer? Did you ever vocalize a number? And so Monique says no, and then her husband, like, she said no, I think, and he said something about like they came in with this attitude that it was a take it or leave it attitude. And so the one thing I keep on is like, I negotiate contracts. Like, that's what I do. My business is centered around telling somebody, hey, yo, you need to pay me X amount of money to do these services. And they're like, well, I only got this. Well, I'm like, well, this is what it is. Like, and I come in there with my attitude, and so do they.
Right.
And we're always like, yo, this is the absolute I'm going to pay, because no one wants to pay more than what they have to, right?
Right.
So if they came in there with this take it or leave it attitude, what would it hurt you to actually say, yo, we're worth this amount of money, right? And somebody's going back and forth like, yo, they had this take it or leave it attitude. I was like, if you watch Shark Tank, they all do that, and they will still buy things, and you can negotiate with them.
Right.
And they're same boat, right?
It's the essence of the deal.
People said Netflix tried to shaft her because she couldn't crack any jokes for 2 years after that.
Yeah.
After the $500,000 she took it, and they had first right of refusal, meaning that she had to go to them first with any kind of publication or anything like that, and then they had to say no before she can take it anywhere else.
Yeah.
So they didn't try to negotiate any of that either.
Wow.
So, long story short, there's more stuff that's coming to light. Like that whole $3 million offer and audition apparently was nonsense. That was like spawned by some reporters or whatever.
Yeah.
But all I gather from this, and I'm sure it'll be divisive, is that the only way we can tell there's gonna be some discriminatory stuff is if Tiffany Haddish gets an offer that's way below what she should, because
and now that's the issue that I bring up, because Tiffany Haddish just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix to do a voiceover for an animated series.
no shit. How much?
It's multi-million. I know.
I didn't even hear about that.
It's an animated series, and she's one of the lead voices.
Bro, but like the biggest thing for me is this, all right? She brought up Wanda Sykes, and this was actually addressed by Charlamagne, is that Netflix wasn't offering that kind of money when they offered Wanda Sykes a deal. That was like back in like 2008, 2009 for $250,000. They just started throwing out this money right now when they're trying to make these power moves towards HBO.
Right.
Like, so that's not even a valid thing to point out. And she had a special on Netflix that they pulled. It wasn't a Netflix special, but she had a special on there.
Right.
And it's like, it's clear that from every aspect of this thing, like, she just doesn't have the demand, either from her being blackballed because of all these rumors and stories about how she is working with, whether they're true or not, I don't know.
Right.
But no one else is offering you a deal.
Right.
Netflix, in my opinion, just being business savvy. If HBO doesn't offer you a deal, Showtime's not offering you a deal, Amazon's not offering you a deal, why will we offer you millions of dollars when we don't have to? Like, I get you're a legend, but we don't have to pay you more money than that. Why would we do it? And then, like, they keep bringing up Amy Schumer, but Amy Schumer sold out 52 stadiums.
Exactly. Tiffany Haddish right now is on everything. That's how they were able to give her a multi-million-dollar deal.
Yeah. So,
I mean, like I said, like, you're sitting up here like, I'm worth this, I'm worth this, I'm worth this. I think a lot of this is the husband.
definitely. Because I'm telling you, you got to listen to this damn interview. And anybody out that's listening, I'm telling y'all should listen to this interview that they have, because apparently she was on, I think, Vogue or The Voice last week, or The View, one of them shows.
Yeah.
And she was on it again. And I'm like, man, but y'all got to hear, like, first off, she's a comedian. Why are you upset that you got Donkey of the Day? You're a damn comedian. You're supposed to have tougher skin than that.
Have some fun with that. I mean, look, in the end, you're really just trying to get money. You're trying to get more. You're trying to get more money than what you want.
So I thought it'd be really funny if this was all a ploy with Netflix.
Yeah.
To cause this shit up, and then they give her a special anyways to boost ratings on it.
You know what they probably end up doing? They probably don't give Tiffany Haddish a special.
That wouldn't make sense though, because Tiffany Haddish just had a $120 million movie
Right.
that she starred in. Whereas
And
Monique
like I said, now she got a series.
Mm-hmm.
So let the series do good. I bet she end up with a special.
Yeah. If I was Monique, man, I'd honestly take all this drama to YouTube, record it from a nice Canon like we've got, sit there, run your jokes, and then sell ad space and
have a web
millions.
series or something.
Yeah.
But if I was Monique, I'd hit up Houston Housewives of Finance. Because
Have them
this portion
negotiate?
because this portion of the show is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. And 39% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. Yeah, that's who she needs to talk to.
I got this one last comment about this.
And you.
Nah, she don't want me. I tell like, nah, I ain't taking you on. But I got
You turned
one
that
last
500.
comment.
What'd you say? You turned that 500,000. You don't need my services.
Yeah, that's not smart. All I gotta say is this, man. The Netflix is clearly making this about business, because they have like that whole little. all the new content they're putting out right now has a lot to do with comedy, like the comedians driving in cars to get coffee, which is great shit. And then they have like that stand-up 30-minute where they're giving all these other comedians these 30-minute segments on there, like people who don't even really hear of, or some people use like in for like South by Southwest. I just don't like there's no issue. This is not a discriminatory thing. She just ain't worth money. And then the biggest thing, couldn't vocalize how much money that would make this worth it for her.
Right.
So it's just yelling for yelling, bro. That's my opinion.
How much would you want? Well, it's not. No, how much would you want? So
10 mil. Like, just say a number.
Right.
But if you don't have a number, I can't take you serious. So that's that. But so you saw Annihilation today, huh?
Yeah, I did. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about that after Altered Carbon. I want to talk about Altered Carbon first. But
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know a lot of people have watched it. It was pretty, like I said, the original storyline is cool, but unfortunately, we're going to have to cut it off on Facebook. We think
holy shit, I just talked 15 minutes about Monique. God damn it. I'm blocking all that off my social media.
We talked about a good 8 minutes about Infinity Wars.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I'm tired
that
of
wasn't
that shit on my
Monique.
timeline.
Yeah, but all y'all watching Facebook Live or catching the show on this not live, just watching it. Make sure you subscribe to our show on all major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. Coming soon, Spotify. I know a few of you are waiting on Spotify. I am too, because that's what I listen to normally. But check us out on all those platforms. Also, like I said, YouTube. I think I said YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, yeah, all those platforms. And, you can catch the full show where we talk about everything. You don't just get 15 minutes. You get easily 40 minutes to an hour. And if you do check us out on iTunes, give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. I don't have an iPhone. I'm not Apple or anything, but Howard can check that out for you. That's the man with the plan right there. If you're checking, if you're checking out this Facebook Live portion real quick, even if it's not live and you're still watching it, share it. We need it. It helps us out. It gets some discussion going. We want to know what some of you think about this whole Monique thing. I'm
very curious because I just want somebody to give me a logical reason as to why you would not throw a number out there.
Most of the people I'm friends with and have normal conversations with, don't.
How much money do y'all think she's worth? That's what I want.
You know what? Let's ask that next week. Let's open up Facebook.
I got so many questions.
And lastly, as y'all know, this is now the start of what we've been talking about for the past couple of months. Movies. So if you can, go to www.thesphere.tv/donate. You can do a one-time donation, or you can go on a monthly subscription donation on Patreon. And what that's do is that helps us give back to you. It helps us pay for movie tickets, pay for drinks at movies. I don't know about popcorn, but when we talking about drinks, we're not talking about drinks necessarily at the theater. We're talking about drinks that come in small bottles that you have to be 21 and up to partake in. Yes, that's how we roll. Because, let me see, I saw Annihilation. I had a little vodka with me. I'm going to do the same thing tomorrow when I go see Game Night.
I kind of want to see that too.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out. I wanted to check it out over the weekend and today just didn't have the time. So I'm going to check it out tomorrow or Wednesday. So for the next show, I'll be talking about Game Night. And there's some more stuff coming out this weekend as well. Because next weekend's A Wrinkle in Time.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of stuff. This is why we need the donations, people. But thanks for checking us out. Make sure you check out the full episode dropping later this week, and we can keep this conversation going with Altered Carbon.
Yo, so I just heard something cool. So apparently Disney just opened up a STEM center, so Science, Technology, Engineering, Math Center in Oakland with money from Black Panther.
And Memphis.
That's fucking dope.
And Chicago.
Yo, so all these people saying that Black Panther ain't no black movie that's going to benefit black communities. Y'all are wrong.
Yeah, Chadwick actually went because he talked about it on his Instagram. Let me see. I like the post. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I just posted it on my page just now. That's legit. Also, in other news, Stacey Dash is running for Congress.
Oh my God.
And other fuckery.
Yes, that's exactly what that is.
But I really think we should start doing like Facebook Live like halfway through the show.
We're gonna have
warm up.
We're gonna have a couple of them. Yeah, was it Atlanta, Baltimore, Chicago, Harlem, Hartford, Memphis, New Orleans, Oakland, Orlando, Philadelphia, Washington, and Watts.
So all those haters out there, that all those woke bros that need to go to sleep, there you go. That money is being put to use to strengthen black communities. And it's funny because this actually addresses a thing that I had a problem with Killmonger for. They're actually taking this money and creating education programs. I was like, bro, send the weapons and the resources. Do some education shit. God damn.
And the tech.
That was the one lapse in his plan. Like,
right.
I had, like,
what thing was?
Quick summary of my new
he
new
wasn't.
play.
He was the extreme.
He was an extremist, but
he was the extreme of the Wakanda side. Where they want to keep it together, he wanted to blow it up. He didn't see the middle ground like T'Challa and them saw.
Well, see, so T'Challa didn't see the middle ground to the end, though.
To the end, yeah.
But no joke, if I had to rewrite this whole thing,
yeah,
I would have made Killmonger be a lot more subtle in his attempt to go through this, because at the end of the day, they don't play so much on his strength of the fact that he went to fucking MIT. And I think that he should have used that. They just abruptly, like, he had this elaborate ass plan that involved Claw. And then all of a sudden, I'm just use brute force to get in. Like, I feel like that was a waste opportunity, but still a great fucking movie. But let's also move on to Altered Carbon, because on the whole world of science and shit, bro, it was actually a pretty interesting.
I won't say it's a bad show.
The thing, all right, so just for all y'all who haven't seen it yet, it's Netflix's newest show out there, and it takes place in the future. It's a really trippy show.
You want to try to explain?
Yeah, so I definitely can do it without spoiling it. It's a mixture of The Matrix, Sleeping Beauty, and a few other sci-fi shows. Blade Runner, yeah. And so basically what it is that this one character, the main character.
Well, let's talk about the future. In this future, we've developed a way to continue living.
So this is the Matrix portion of it. They've transferred your consciousness into essentially a hard drive that's deposited into your spine. Okay, from with the time of you being at 1 year old.
1 year old, yeah.
And so they have the true death, which is that shit gets destroyed, and then you have your sleeve death, which is what your body is. So and there's a huge disparity in wealth, because you've got people who've lived for 300-400 years now and have accumulated these resources. And so we enter in with a guy who was a prisoner, who is a prisoner of war, who's trying to disrupt this whole society and follow what's going on, because he's been employed by one of what they call meth, which is short for Methuselah.
Yeah.
One of the richest people there, and he's trying to figure out who killed him. So he's been employed out of this cryo sleep, or this basically they upload his consciousness to a simulated world where he just sleeps the whole time, basically.
Right.
And they're trying to find this murderer, and he's trying to figure out, one, what the fuck's going on with this, and figure out how to get his freedom back.
And he doesn't get thrown into his original sleeve.
Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah,
he gets thrown into a sleeve of a crooked cop.
Yeah, the only people who really actually keep their sleeves, or their
are the
bodies, are the mess, the rich folks, because you have to pay for new bodies, and you can have them you can have them enhanced and all this other crap. So it's a dystopian world, overpopulated, overrun by drugs, crime, sex, corrupted cops, and everything's manipulated by these rich ass people,
which is not too far from today.
Yeah,
but
but it's crazy.
But like I said, I like it. The story itself was good.
It's actually based on books too, which is interesting too. Back in 2002, called Altered Carbon.
Yeah,
but it stars the same guy who played Captain Flag in Suicide Squad.
Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah. My biggest issue with this, though, is that, so first off, one of the best actors in the show is a guy who plays an artificial intelligence host. Poe. Yeah, he's the fucking best.
He's Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
He's the futurist realization of Edgar Allan Poe, who runs a seedy a hotel.
Yeah.
With guns.
Yeah. But the issue is just that as they progress through the show, it's like their chemistry gets worse and worse, and that threw me off. But so, if you had to change something in this, what would be the biggest? I already know who your casting would be. If you had to change something about the plot, what would you change?
I wouldn't reveal the sort of puppeteer, the one who's caused all this. 'Cause that gets revealed at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I wouldn't reveal it, especially if Netflix says, you know, we like this, we're probably gonna give you a second season. I'm gonna hold on to that.
Yeah. See, that was the last episode was by far the worst to me, and I think the issue for me is that it was like this giant game of Clue that was being played.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of breadcrumbs that came, but it's like they try to cram it all. And this is the one time I think where they could have actually benefited from spreading it out, because there was so much stuff.
So you think maybe 12 episodes would have probably been?
Maybe even broken it up into 2 different seasons, because there was a bunch of different plot lines that were running on, like the whole thing with Quill and the envoys. That could have probably been saved for season 2. I think
we'll see more of that in the season 2. I think to me this was more about the murder.
For sure. But they introduced us to
I think
too much with them, I think. Because they spent the whole episode there, and normally a whole episode there isn't a bad thing like in the past. But it's just that they threw in this like, oh, but guess what? There's more.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't believe it because of how it's positioned. Like, here's a quick spoiler. Like, fast forward 15, 20 seconds. I'm pausing.
All right. You know what?
Okay. So they when his sister, right before she was going to be killed, tried to say that Quill's still alive. That thing to me, it made it seem disingenuous to me. You know. Yeah. So. Wow.
I would have scripted her better.
For sure.
I would have scripted the sister better. And I would have replaced the detective.
Yeah, obviously. So now we're back. No spoilers. Let me go ahead and shout out our parent here. This portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. That was another thing that I saw, too, that was crazy to me. And it's that trope that keeps playing in with all futuristic movies, that advertising just runs a fucking muck in the future. Like, you remember when that I think it was like the first, it might have been the first episode, when he does like the cocaine eye drops that make him go crazy, and all of a sudden he's like overloaded with all these like these whorehouses that are trying to advertise to him. He gets overwhelmed. I was cracking up laughing
because he was just on the ground in the rain, like
He's like, oh my God, what's going on? And then the detective comes up and is like, oh, I'll block out the broadcast for you. He should have fucking known. Like that right there. How did you not know that she put a tracker on you? Like, you're an envoy.
But he was also drugged.
Yeah, but he couldn't figure this out later on because they go to the party and it's still on there until he gets like kidnapped or some shit, and they're like, oh, there's a tracker on you. He should have known something was up. Like, oh, you keep popping up? Oh, there's this weird thing on my neck. Tracker. Especially because he worked for SeaTac.
True.
Oh, that might have been a spoiler.
Not really.
I guess minor plot detail.
but I don't know. That's one of those ones I could sort of agree. Because like I said, being as drugged out as he was, you know.
He's just one-dimensional, too. Like
Joel.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, when he plays the surly, like, life sucks. You just want to fuck me because I'm in your ex-boyfriend's skin. Yeah. When he plays that role, that was fine. But when he starts playing like, oh, I love you, and I've got these friends, and trying to come off cunning and shit, and like, that's not convincing.
The original sleeve of Takeshi,
he
was the better actor. Like, I want to see him in the second season.
Yeah,
I want, because we saw that it came back.
Bro, so that fight scene at Fight Drome, that shit was wild.
That was too.
That was cool. However, I wish they would have, in areas that, I'll back up. So when I said that they would have benefited from like stretching this out in 2 seasons, it's shit like that, okay? That Fight Drome scene that they crammed into like 10 minutes, they could have easily made that a whole episode and stretched that out a little bit. Like,
I don't know about whole, but at least
Well, I mean,
at least 30 to 40 minutes.
Well, 'cause think about it. All right, so the episodes are run time like 52 minutes, 55 minutes. They go there, and they all of a sudden figure out that they're about to get thrown in this bullshit because they get caught by one of the twins. That could have stretched that out a little bit, tortured a little bit more, got some more background into why the fuck he's even concerned about this so damn much. Explain maybe some of the whole mind split thing, why he went crazy with that.
Yeah.
And then give you some, and pump up these like giant genetic freaks that they had, and they're actually called genetic freaks, and they're to do with the rhino horn and stuff. They could have played that out a little bit more.
They could have. Like I said, I think it could have benefited for probably 2 more episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they went in with this and also said, you know what?
Like a test run.
Yeah, like, because you know how that's how The Walking Dead started off. It was 6 episodes, and they was like, they didn't think they were getting picked up.
Yeah. Because this show's definitely out there.
Yeah.
Very out there.
So they probably didn't think they were going to get picked up, and it's probably going to be picked up. And the cool thing with the show is you don't necessarily need to sign anyone to a contract. Oh, you're not going to do this?
Yeah, we're going to put you in somebody else's body. That's cool.
Yeah, right, there we go.
One of the cool things. Oh, yeah, they just died. They got that weird bump disease that kills you in like 15 minutes. Yeah. That was on there.
Yeah.
That shit was wild.
Yeah. Sleep death.
The one of the coolest things on there to me though was damn, I just fucking lost it. Oh, all right, fuck it. It'll come back later.
Shit. I want you to know now.
I don't know.
The fight?
No, it wasn't the fight.
At the mess house?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well.
Yeah, fuck it, whatever. It'll come back later, I guess.
But, and again, like I said, I enjoyed it. I do think it can be better. And I think if, like I said, once Netflix, because it's pretty much saying, everyone said it's all but done.
I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the second season will be a lot better because it can probably be a little bit more polished.
Yeah, it'd be crazy to see them get a bigger budget too.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know what the budget is on this.
It's probably pretty big with the sci-fi.
The world building shit was insane.
Yeah.
The thing that stuck out to me though was this play with the neo-Catholics, and that's what I was going to talk about. They call them the neo-season. So long story short, Catholics are still in the future. And I actually said this, and I'm kind of like tempted not to say this, but so anytime I think of like super futuristic societies, I always in my head always think that religion is going to get phased out. It's going to be replaced by something more like robotic or some shit. That's always how I've always seen it going. Like even when we watch Futurama, like they have like a robotic thing. So It was crazy to me to see that the only religion that held out was Catholicism, and they call them neo-Catholics. And then to see that that they are the only ones who don't want you to be basically, they call it being spun back up.
Yeah.
Basically, they re-upload your consciousness into a sleeve.
So you can like testify on your death and stuff like that if someone killed you or raped you and killed you.
Because that's a weird sex thing for them.
Yeah.
That shit was wild. I was like, bro, this is like... It got really crazy. Like episode 8 and 9.
That's all we're going to say.
Episode 8 and 9, I was sitting there like, whoa, this is dark. Real dark.
I was like, oh,
yeah,
wasn't expecting this.
No, and they like allude to things throughout the show where they're like, oh yeah, I'm into this now. But that shit was fucking wild. And then when they have this little linchpin where they tell you like, oh yeah, half of the party knows what's going on. The other half, they think they know what's going on, but they don't.
Yeah,
that shit was twisted.
Trust me, it's got some seriously dark moments in the show.
There is though, but to elaborate on this religion thing, when they start talking about how meths are looked at as gods, that's more how I would have seen the future going, where it's like, yo, you mean to tell me that you can actually live for us? That was the trippiest part to me, to realize that Asian dude, when he's like, are you a believer? What the fuck he was actually talking about.
Right.
I was like, wow, this dude's crazy.
Right.
He was wild, man.
He was.
But then when they threw in like the...
Oh, that gets me... We're going to talk our show because I don't want to spoil it, but another issue.
Spoil
it. All right. If you're listening to this, let me see, we're at 34 minutes, 20-something seconds. Go up to 37 minutes. I'm going to leave you at that. All right. Ready? Here you go. The detective with the arm. Like, the meth dude is like fucking her up. You got this fucking bionic arm.
I thought about that multiple times. So she broke somebody's back and then never used it.
And then wait till the end when she was fighting the little Asian guy. I hope I don't get in trouble for that one. But that's what
He's Asian.
Yeah. Okay. You never know.
You didn't call him Oriental.
Yeah.
Or Chinese.
Right.
You said he's Asian. He's
Right.
Asian.
But it wasn't till the end of the fight that she grabs his leg and breaks his ankle.
Could have done that so many different.
I'm like, now I know why people were pissed off at Pacific Rim.
No, so when
And
they
then I
had,
saw the new trailer for that too. I didn't put it on. I should have put it on, but
there was a scene when they were in Fight Drone,
Yeah.
and
Right,
they're
yeah.
fighting the genetic freaks.
you got a minute and a
Yeah,
half.
they're fighting the genetic freaks, and he hits, and she goes, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like she says that. I was like, "So you're not gonna try it again?" He hits you, and he goes, "Urgh," and you're not gonna try it again. What the hell is wrong with you?
Right.
You got a robotic arm. You better swing that motherfucker again.
You
Or-
realize I'm running through everybody. Oh, bitch.
It was so many missed opportunities. If she could
Right.
have used that.
So
But
now I understand why people were pissed with Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim. Man, I like Pacific
It
Rim.
was it's
better
entertaining.
Transformer.
Yeah, it is.
So, what are you alluding to specifically?
Like how all the Jaegers had these weapons, but it won't put it out to the end of the fight.
So the thing that tripped me out about their fucking weapons though was the weapon selections, like a whip,
On the new one.
sword.
On the new one.
Well, even on the old one, they had like some weird sword thing on one. I'm like, I think the Gypsy had a sword,
Gypsy did have a sword.
and I was like, yeah, how'd you get a phaser cannon or whatever y'all call it?
Right.
That shit. I don't know. Some of the shit's laughable, and like
It is, but you know what? It's still
It's a
fun to
fun time,
watch.
though.
It's
Yeah.
It's fun watch.
you got to go in knowing there's gonna be some plot holes and some quirks in here.
Yeah.
Like they have a whole arch.
Oh.
We got like what, 1 minute?
Yeah, but the new trailer explains more on the sun. Like the sun's.
Oh no, I was going back to Altered Carbon.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
arc with the son and like him trying
10
to
seconds.
having his daddy issues and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, there's a lot of whining and shit.
It could be a
There's
lot
some
better
weird
writing.
sex scenes in there too.
So in the
A lot of
end,
weird sex scenes. actually.
and welcome back to those of you who left us.
Weird sex scenes. Y'all almost had to miss that part.
Weird
It's
sex
important.
scenes. But like I said,
Watch it.
Watch it. If you like sci-fi, and like I said, the story itself is a good story.
Oddly enough, there's another movie that I've never met anybody that's seen this movie, but it's came out in like 2013, I think.
Bruce
It's called-
Willis?
No, it's called Immortals, but it's a French production house made this movie. It's completely in English.
Yeah.
But it's and it's kind of like futuristic. Like, well, it's definitely super futuristic. But they bring up an old criminal from the past named his fucking name doesn't even matter. But basically, the Egyptian gods are real.
Yeah.
And they come back to destroy the world. And there's a giant pyramid pops up in the middle of this fucking dystopian style city. It looks very similar to this, but it was a weird thing.
Where'd
like
you
that.
find it, on Fire Stick or something?
Nah, dude, I saw it on Showtime one night, late as fuck one night.
Yeah, I don't have Showtime to watch
But-
Fire Stick.
I mean, if you got Fire Stick, you're pretty sure you can find it. But I mean, 'cause this was like years ago. Though. I was like still in college when I saw this movie, and I was like, to be honest, I thought it was like something. Wait, that's not it.
No, that's the
that's
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, that's that shitty movie. Yeah, you'll see it.
Is
It's a
it
blue
just
guy.
Immortals? Or
Yeah,
is
it's just not the or anything. It's just called Immortals. It's a very obscure movie to find, but I'm telling you, it's very entertaining. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Let's see here.
If you type in like Immortals, like French movie.
It's just Immortal. It's not plural.
Oh, it's Immortal. Oh, okay,
Yeah, it's not plural.
gotcha.
Earth is occupied by ancient gods and genetically altered humans.
Yeah, that's the
When
one.
a god is sentenced to death, he seeks a new human host.
Yeah, that shit's wild. He gets like 2004. Fuck, that was a long time ago. So he gets like possessed by like Anubis or Horus, one of the two. I think it was Horus actually.
I don't know. But
It's crazy.
I might check that out.
Very dark movie.
All right. So now the other movie, or the other thing we was going to talk about is Annihilation. Because I went to go see that before the show. Made by the... Okay. Made by the director who came up with Ex Machina, which I think is a...
Great fucking
Dope
movie.
movie.
Great fucking movie. Speaking of dope, before we jump into that, let's get this. We gotta keep the lights on in here.
Yeah.
And Elijah, aka Figures, aka intern, he was looking at me to see if I was going to call him some other embarrassing name. He's missing out on this on our cues. But this portion of the show is sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside of their fears and to have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at KOGpassion.com. That's KOGpassion.com. And use coupon code DOPE for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast.
Like the shit you saw in that movie?
Yep. Yep. I don't know. That's the first thing you found, but yep, that's it. Yep, they show an ancient Egyptian god's dick, and also you see there's still the stereotypical whitewashing because it is a French movie, and they're the ones who are making all the Egyptians look white. But
of course,
at least they got his head black. It's made out of metal, but whatever.
And it's a dog.
Yeah. No, that's a hawk.
Yeah, Anubis.
But Anubis is in there too.
Yeah,
they actually show inside the pyramid, which looks crazy. Have you ever seen that movie, Mission to Mars? And they go to Mars and they go inside the fucking
I haven't
head.
seen it in so long.
Well, so they actually go inside this Mars thing, inside this head, and they have like this crazy futuristic thing. They do the same thing for the pyramid. It's pretty cool.
But yes,
Annihilation.
Yes, Annihilation.
Every time I hear that, I think of Mortal Kombat. That shit movie.
Basically, there's this little area that's called the Shimmer, and inside this, all the teams that have gone in, no one's come back except for one. But he's basically like, the moment he got out, organ failure, massive internal bleeding, like he has to be put on a coma, and that's Oscar Isaacs, who's one of the soldiers from the last team that went in. So his wife, who he met in the Army, was now a professor at Johns Hopkins that deals with sales, decides to join on an all-female team to go into the Shimmer, that's what the area is called, and figure out what's going on, collect data.
Sick in that shot.
That's after she's came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's more like special ops, and she was a doctor in the Army.
Gotcha.
The story is good. It's just some of the execution with some of the stuff just doesn't make sense. Especially, like, we all know people who are in the military. Like, some of the like, if she's supposedly in the military for 7 years when she left, I'm like, I don't know about you, but most people I know with military, when you putting them in certain situations, that military training kicks in. Mm-hmm. Like, no matter what, it's like, boom. I was like, all right, Sarge, shit. But this Shimmer, the cool thing about this Shimmer is, and you get this from the trailer, so I'm not really spoiling much or anything, is it breaks down cells and creates new ones with those cells.
I'm just stuck on the fact that this thing is called the Shimmer.
Yeah, because, I mean, look at this.
Yeah, but, I mean, it looks like a regular bubble. I don't know. I want to have a new name for it.
Now, here's a slightly spoiler. Like, when they first walk into the Shimmer, like, that was taking place, like, when she was looking at the compass. But when they first walked into the Shimmer, they was like, we don't remember. Oh, yeah, that's the Shark Gator.
Dude, it's like they showed all the cool parts.
Yeah, like, honestly, like, if you watch the trailer, the only thing you don't really see is what happens at the end. See, yeah, there was the wolf. God. Yeah. And now you see, that's the point. Why do you leave that?
The wolf bear. What the fuck was that, though? That's what I was trying to figure out.
There's another house. But see, yeah, that's though.
Yo, what trailer is this? Because I have not seen all this.
I did.
I didn't know there was a wolf bear in this thing. But see, this shows you that it's an, spoiler alert, a fucking alien.
Yeah, it does.
It shows you all of that.
Like, that trailer right there, like.
It showed me the whole movie.
Right.
I've seen the whole movie. I don't know their names and I don't care. I just don't know the end, but I can figure that out.
But it's just some of the stuff in the movie, it's just execution-wise. I'm like, all right, if we're all in the unknown area, we say, all right, well, you're going to stand guard. We're going to go into the watchtower. You're going to stay down here on the ground.
By yourself? Yeah, dude, that makes sense.
Right.
That's that Scooby-Doo logic. Yo,
right. And
let's break up gang so me and Daphne can go
Right.
Find some clues.
And
Jinkies.
Shag and Scooby can blaze another one.
Yeah. And just leave Velma. That was the thing that always tripped me out. Velma was always left out by herself. I never got that.
She probably didn't care. She probably didn't want to be around though.
She just went back and chilled in the van and was like, okay.
One of them's gonna die,
and
I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna keep inventing my gadgets in here. And hey guys, I figured it out.
Right.
So that guy.
But yeah, so that was the thing with Annihilation, man. It was. I felt.
Hey, go back to that one. Hey. Oh, yo. You see the dead? Did you see the Velma one up there? Yeah, you shouldn't. That was X-ray. She was taking her shirt off and it said, dirty, nerdy, and curvy.
Yeah. You know what's crazy?
Dirty, and curvy.
Yeah, I've actually posted it on my IG.
Oh, my God.
It's on my IG right now. I like my girls nerdy, dirty, and curvy.
You know, I bet you out of the group, though, Velma probably would be the better choice out of the two. I feel like she would have been.
Really having this conversation.
I've always thought that. Like, Daphne always is like not my cup of tea. It was like, whatever, Daphne.
Shit.
You and Fred can
do y'all thing.
Y'all run along with his neckerchief or whatever that shit is.
What, ascot?
His ascot. His little. In Boy Scouts, we call it a neckerchief or
yes,
some
we
shit.
did.
But you can run along with that stuff. Velma, talk nerdy to me. Oh shit! Me and Daphne will go to the bedroom to look to the bedrooms.
Oh boy, but yeah. So yeah, with Annihilation, I say check it out, just for yourself. If you're not gonna catch a matinee, don't watch it.
On a scale of 1 to Black Panther, what is it?
Don't even do that. Don't. No. Damn it, no. No, it's shit. I saw Black Panther twice. Might see.
Oh yeah, so where'd you place it? In top 5, 10? Where?
Annihilation?
No, Black Panther. Not fucking Annihilation. I don't know that one.
Top 5, 10 or what?
Marvel movies. Annihilation. I mean,
we discussed that last
Black
week.
Panther. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One more time for the people in the back.
One more time. It is a close second place.
That's right, bro. I heard some bullshit today, and I was listening again to Brilliant Idiots, and these fuckers said the best Marvel movie is The Avengers, and that Black Panther was tier 2, so like 6 to 10. They never even, Captain America wasn't even on this level. I was like, what the hell? I can't listen to shit y'all have to say anymore.
That's what
invalid.
That's what Charlamagne them said?
Yeah.
As much as he hyped this movie up and he put it in tier 2?
No, Andrew Schultz said it was tier 2 because he doesn't like Black Panther himself. He thinks everybody else is great, but Black Panther is kind of boring, and I see where he's coming from with that. Like, they watered down a lot of their character traits that would have made him the best. Like, even with Killmonger. Like,
yeah.
Killmonger, they didn't highlight any of his intelligence. They didn't make Black Panther, like, do anything, like, really cunning. That's the kind of shit he was like, yeah, I can see that. Especially when you know
the comic book. When you know the comic book, yeah. Now, yeah, they definitely watered down Black Panther. Because just like, I was talking with my cousin Mike, who's a subscriber. He checks us out.
What up, Mike?
Yeah. When I was down in Corpus, because, that's where he stay.
Yeah.
And he was like, that was the only thing. That's why it was a 9 for him, because it was such a watered down Black Panther than what we know. Like, this is the guy who fought the Fantastic Four single handedly and won. This is the guy who fought all the Avengers and won. The Iron Man has built 5 suits to fight Black Panther and has lost every time. That the only time that Captain America beat Black Panther, Captain America knew something was wrong. He was either poisoned or being mind controlled.
Yeah. See, and that's my thing. Is like Black Panther got all this cool shit, and they don't really do anything.
They don't. They sort of just keep it watered down. But the thing I will say is, I think in the comic books, he's been Black Panther for a while. I say with the movies, they're sort of be like, okay, he's just now Black Panther.
But he's been smart the whole time.
He's been smart, yeah.
He's been rich the whole time. And he was Black Panther enough to know that he could spin a car around.
Well, you got Because like
that's my thing.
From what I understand, the movie takes place maybe just like a week or two after Civil War. Because he's
a little bit longer than that.
No, because he's still got to bury his dad. Remember, he said my father's dead. He's just now getting home.
Oh, that's right. Well, see, but even with that though, he's like,
because Civil War only took place in a few days.
Yeah. Well, because my thing is this, man. Even if that's the case, he knew what Black Panther was. He knew what was going on, but he's been training since he was younger to hold the mantle. So I feel like they relied too much on these Black Panther attributes instead of relying on his own attributes, T'Challa attributes. That's what I'm saying. Because let's even go with let's say it's only been a week. He relied too much on the plant's power instead of
someone else brought up. If he gotta have the plant and stuff, well, how the fuck was he doing all that shit in the Civil War?
Because
did he bring some juice with him?
So this is why I was saying the thing might have been complete, like a little bit. The time frame is a lot off. I didn't even think about that. The time frame on this is fucking off.
Did he bring some juice with him? Because you gotta think, when he was chasing Bucket, he jumped from a fucking.
So, but the thing is that he could have went back to Wakanda and then come, or they could have came out there to him. Because remember, he still had I don't know, because he would have had to get buried and all that shit.
Yeah. So like
that's
it's some like the times Marvel.
Fuck, dude, this kind of puts.
It's still a 9.
I got to see the timeline now. Gotta take it to the replay.
It's still a 9.
I still have to. I'm going to go see it again this week. I haven't watched it a second time yet, but
because
damn, I didn't even think about that.
Like I said, listen to the beginning. He's talking like his dad was just killed, like within a week or two ago.
So does he say that, or does he imply that? Because then at least it's open to interpretation. Because my understanding was that it had been like
months,
some weeks.
You like my father's now dead. Like
yeah, but I mean. Fuck, no, you're right, because he definitely went to go find her.
Yeah.
And let her know. Oh, damn, because they hadn't even done the coronation shit yet either.
Right.
So it could have been a month, but that still doesn't change the fact that he was there with it.
I don't think it's been a month. But
even if it was, though, it still wouldn't change the fact that he was over in Europe or whatever. I think they were in London, right?
Germany.
In Germany. And had the powers then.
Right.
So that doesn't change that fact at all. Interesting.
Got some explaining to do. He was running past cars.
Oh, he hit 50 miles an hour. Yeah, which is his top speed, in case y'all didn't know that. I knew that.
So
I looked it up.
Still a 9.
Interesting.
Still a 9. But, hey.
I want some heart-shaped herb. And it's also crazy, too, they don't mention that.
Or maybe... The only thing I could say was maybe that as a kid they gave it to him, but not so much.
Well, no, because according to the comic, only one person can eat the heart-shaped herb while they're alive, and if you're not worthy of the heart-shaped herb, it will actually kill you. So that can't work.
But like I said, shit changes from the comics to the movies.
True.
So that's the only thing I could think of. That's the only thing I could think of.
I don't know.
We here at the University of Wakanda will research this for you.
Mm-hmm. I want some heart. The other thing too is that they completely negated from the fact is that Killmonger is supposed to have made a synthetic version of the heart-shaped herb and not have eaten the real one.
True.
Because it would have killed him.
True.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, but even then, that's what I'm talking about. They could have used his genius level intelligence to come up with a way more cunning plan of taking over Wakanda.
You know what? That's probably in stuff like that. Is probably in that cut.
Yeah.
Because you remember he presented them a 4-hour movie, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler presented a 4 hours. He was like, I don't know what to cut. Like it's a scene like with Denai's character, Okoye and her husband or her love, and it explains how they got so polarized opposites. He said that was the last scene that they cut from the movie.
Missed opportunity.
But it was just one of those things that like they had to just to get it to a certain level.
No, I get it
because they said at the point of the movie, the scene would have actually slowed down the movie.
I mean, the pacing on it was good, though.
Yeah.
So I mean,
so I understand
they made decent cuts. It's just that's a glaring issue now. Also, I think they killed. I said it last week. They killed Claude way too early.
Yeah, I actually wanted Claw to stay. I wanted one of the villains to stay around. At least one of them.
See, it would have been so much better if they would have made Claw the villain for this movie, and that Killmonger would have been the villain for the sequel. Like, have him work his way through the Wakandan government, and then try and take his takeover and start a civil war. It just happened way too quickly.
True.
And in the comic books, that's actually how it goes.
But Coogler actually didn't want Killmonger. Well, he wanted Killmonger Claw. He wanted to make it 3 Ks.
Mm-hmm.
KKK.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who the third K was?
Mm-mm.
Kraven the Hunter. It's one of Spider-Man's villains.
Okay.
But Kraven's known to, especially to him, he has to hunt the best.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, that dude who wears the fucking
fur. Yeah.
Okay.
And in fact, Ryan Coogler actually had an idea who he wanted to play Kraven the Hunter. Gerard Butler. I think Butler does well when he doesn't have to be clean.
Yeah.
When he's clean cut, that's when he starts to be like.
Well, I mean, I feel like there's a better actor for that.
Him in Law Abiding Citizen, I loved.
See, because when I think of this Hunter dude, I would have think of something bigger, somebody.
You don't necessarily need big, but you need someone who can be grizzled.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
and we know Butler could do that.
I have to think about this. I got some.
Because actually, he does pretty good in Den of Thieves.
I never even saw that. I didn't see that. Was it good?
Huh? It was decent. It was pretty decent. It was like if we had debated on the heist for the tournament, I probably would have thrown it in, but I don't think enough people seen it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it was actually pretty decent. I think it gets a lot of elements from Heat because you get the cops who are not really good cops, like yeah, we're the ones who fuck you up. We're the ones all still on probation. Like if you're innocent, we fuck you up, we're all fired.
Yeah,
we're those guys.
Well,
so and it's a lot of the robbers. You be like, I can see why he's doing this. I can see. So
I have my list of movies I gotta check out this week. Once I slow down a little bit.
No, yeah, we was gonna do some trailers, but we're almost at an hour, so we'll say the trailers for next time.
No, let's go ahead and roll the trailers.
Let's do one of them. Let's do
one. We can say one for next week.
Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah, let's do that. I haven't even seen shit about that yet.
It just dropped today.
Yeah,
and it's the Michael B. Jordan and Michael Shannon.
Nice.
And
nice.
Do we have sound? We don't have sound. Okay.
Captain Beatty.
Yeah, that's Shannon. And like I said, we all know this book because you had to read it in English class growing up.
Never read it.
You didn't?
Nope.
In Tennessee, this was required.
Oh, that was required here, but then I right when they started passing out this book, I had requested a transfer for a different class for some fucking reason I can't remember. It's just like an lapse in my education.
But basically, in this future, all books are burned. Like any type of written information is destroyed. And one of the firefighters realizes that, he picks up a book and realizes why they're doing this. Because this is encouraging free thought. Like, in this future, free thought is like...
Who wrote this book?
Yeah.
There was something recently that I saw.
And I liked it. I like how they're doing this. Because, like I said, it's putting a setting with this story.
It looks cool.
Yeah. Because when you read, the way you read it, it doesn't look like this in your head. So I really want to see this. Michael Shannon's a dope actor to me. And like I said, some people hate on Michael B. Jordan. I think he's the kid.
I don't know why. He's a great actor.
Yeah. I think, if you haven't seen Fruitvale Station, the guy has range. He was Wallace on The Wire. He was the quarterback on Friday Night Lights, the TV show.
Speaking of The Wire, it's funny because Idris Elba's in that shit too.
I got a meme.
The meme.
I got the meme.
Like, yo, let's take over.
In 15 years.
Yeah, we're going to take over
in
Wakanda
years,
and fucking, what you call it.
And I'm going to save Asgard.
Yeah. That shit's fucking hilarious.
But it's coming on HBO, so it looks like HBO is trying to realize, okay, we got to step our shit up. Because...
Netflix is coming for that ass, boy.
Yeah. But that's going to do it for our show.
About to go eat some Chick-fil-A.
Let me see what's coming out this weekend. What's coming out this weekend? I'm gonna go see Game Night probably tomorrow, Wednesday.
Excuse me. I don't know where that yawn came from.
Let's see here. Coming soon.
Straight from Zamunda. Yo, there's a
Red
new
Sparrow.
new streaming media.
Death Wish.
There's a new streaming service actually that's supposed to be coming soon. That's trying to get some traction. That promotes all black media directors, movies,
Interesting.
original screenwrites. Yeah, saw that actually. That's pretty interesting. I need a haircut.
But actually got an idea for a script. I'm gonna tell you about it after the show.
Does it involve me with a man bun?
It's possible. But anyways, y'all, that's gonna be our show. Stop looking at the screen. Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
I'm trying to check it out and see if we're getting some traction, man.
That's
go eat this Chick-fil-A.
That's gonna be it for our show, people. Thanks for checking us out. You know.
Oh shit, my finger's on it.
Oh my god. And we're sober. That's the fucked up part.
Speak for yourself. No, I'm sober.
But make sure you check out the full
High
episode.
on life, baby.
Make sure you check out the full episode. It drops later this week.
Why was that so funny to you?
Fucking Vegas.
I don't know why that was so
I
funny.
feel like Archer now. That might be his name for a while. Cyril Vegas.
Yeah.
What did he say on the pilot? Hi, I like cock, and my name is Cyril Vegas.
We need to get him to start wearing sweater vests.
Yeah.
Do it. You said you love Archer.
Come on, Vegas.
Pussy.
Cause I'll be the scientist, the crazy one.
What's his fucking name? Krieger. Fucking Krieger. All right.
Like, are you been setting bombs on fire again? Not since last week.
Who's Pam?
And no, he said not since last week. And he has the fire extinguisher.
Yeah. Krieger's fucking nuts.
That might be a marathon soon. I might need to rewatch Archer. But yeah, thanks for checking us out. We're finna roll. Check out the full episode. Okay.
You tried to.
There it is.
Ha ha ha.
But make sure you check it out. I'm not touching you. I knew it was coming.
There we go. I just can't. Oh, there it is.
We're out, people. Thanks for
I'm a
checking us
child.
out.